So how did you get your position at Molson?
I answered an advertisement in the paper. It was my second job out of college. My first job was for an advertising agency, and I saw an advertisement for the position, and I wanted to be in advertising and marketing, so I applied and I got the job.
So what was your position at Molson?
I was the assistant advertising manager, then I became the advertising manager, then I became a product manager, but my responsibilities included sports marketing.
Sports marketing specifically. So what were some of the sports marketing campaigns that y'all ran at Molson?
One of our most successful campaigns that I initiated actually was Molson ski races. And now the personality of Molson was that it was an approachable brand, so we didn't want to have elite ski races. We wanted to have fun ski races that anybody could participate in that would be approachable. So we test marketed in the Northeast and the West. The program started with 10 markets, and now they do over 100 markets. And it was an obstacle course, just a fun obstacle course on the slopes.
That's awesome. Was it a competitive field to get into at the beginning?
No, this was at the beginning of sports marketing. This was when sports marketing was not any place near the business and the sophistication that it is today.
So as a young professional pursuing this career, was there anything early on that hindered your opportunity to get into this? Was there a mistake that you made that you would like to go back and potentially redo, or did everything kind of unfold and lead you into this position?
I would say everything unfolded and led me into the position. I think one of the things that helped, that wasn't a mistake, was being flexible. Thinking a little bit out of the box.
So would you say being flexible was one thing that really bolstered your career? That was something that was able to take you further and advance you?
Absolutely, yes. Because you have to flex to different corporate situations. You have to flex to different management styles. You have to flex, especially in today's world, you have to differentiate yourself. So that takes a lot of creative out of the box thinking, and you have to be flexible to do that.
So what were some other sports marketing companies that you ended up working for?
I worked with Haagen-Dazs, and with Haagen-Dazs, again, I was responsible for the sports marketing, and we did tennis and golf.
What would be your advice for a young professional now, especially now that sports marketing has become a very large field? What would be your advice for someone that wanted to go into this industry?
I would say be willing to start at the bottom. Be willing to just do anything, network. You have to get an internship. Let's say you're an internship for the Long Island Ducks out here on Long Island, if you're familiar with them. But they watch people. I've had a student actually who started doing those internships, and now she works for the Mets. But my other advice would be, in the world of sports marketing, a lot of people want to be in it because it's fun, but you have to remember it's a business. And they're not looking for a Giants fan or a Mets fan. They're looking for somebody who knows the business. And something else that I would advise anybody is, because in any company, in management or marketing, as you move up the ranks, there's fewer senior positions. But if you go into the sports world as an accountant or as an attorney, then you could be the attorney for Major League Baseball. You could be the accountant for the Mets. So you're in the world of sport, but you have a more stable skill in place in the company.
So specialization is definitely
Yes.
a key to success.
I would recommend, trying to have, even if you end up in the marketing department, but you have your law degree or accounting degree in your back pocket, that's more secure.
Very nice. And last question, did you travel a lot with this job?
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah, loved
Fun
it.
places? Especially, so Molson you said it was out of Canada?
Molson was produced up in Canada. So I worked for Martlet Importing, which was the subsidiary, the United States subsidiary. And I would be on the road sometimes 3 weeks at a time, going from I would do skiing races up in Tahoe, and then fly down to South Padre Island, Texas for a spring break. We did skiing on the sand for spring break events, so we were able to translate that whole program into a winter and summer activity. So instead of on the slopes, what people would do is they would put on cross-country skis and then race through an obstacle course on the sand. And I traveled all over the country.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Professor, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.